Good morning everyone, it's Rachel here and we are doing Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. So I think we're at prompt number 11. Goodness gracious. So prompt number 11 is lacy bits. Now clearly we've been putting lace all over it, but I'm going to interpret lacy bits as little bits of lace. So this is a general overview. I'm probably just going to choose some little bits of pieces here and there and attach them, and then some I'll do a little bit, and then some I will just tack down, pin and tack down, and I'll stitch them down later. The only thing I got done last week was I tacked everything down. Then I got sick, and I was sick all week, so I didn't do any stitching. So, and of course, we're going away today, which today is Wednesday, so I'm pre-recording my video, and I hadn't had time to do any stitching. So I've pulled out a whole lot of lacy bits. There's a Battenberg lace. I love that. I'll find a spot for that. I may cut bits off this one here. Here's a little lacy bit. This one, so all different types, may or may not use them. Another piece of that's the same, from the same one. Love the stain. I have these little inserts. Don't know if the color's right, but I may put one or two of those on here and there. I love these types of things, the sort of more crochet sort of types. This is an all-time, oh, that shouldn't be there. This is an all-time favorite. And there's more of those inserts. So I thought here, well, I kind of want to, I'll probably do something in there, but maybe I could have a little something there. Or have it down there, and then I could go over the top. I kind of like things to sort of be half on, half off. Maybe this is this smaller one I could put there, that way. So there's the first one. I think we'll lock that in. I've got some threads here. I've got some perlays, and I'm thinking, what color would I use? Oh, I might use this one. So now, I'm not going to zoom in today. I did manage to stay nearly the whole time on screen the other day, the other week, but we were at great risk of going off screen. Where's my scissors? Oh, here's another lacy bit. Love that bit too. So that could go on. So that's my interpretation. I've got, bigger pieces of lacy bits, like these sorts of things everywhere. So I'm going to do little lacy bits. I've got to grab a needle. Well, maybe I'll zoom you in just a tiny bit. Let's see, because I haven't moved the arm, so in theory, it shouldn't drop down. So if I go in just a little bit. Okay, and I need some pins. I'm not even going to tack today. We're just going to stitch straight away. And something else is going to happen in here, and it's going to go over that. So that's why I've put that there. I'm just going to do little stitches. I've got a big whopper of a needle, but that's okay. And that's mostly how I'll probably attach my lacy bits. And when I put my 2 layers together, you know, my backing, I will canther through those if there's no embroidery on top. I think I may do something with that monogram too, just to make it stand out amongst all of the busyness around it. So we'll actually be coming back when this video goes up on the Sunday, but not till late in the afternoon. So it's really a quick little trip. We're going to Cyprus to see one of Steffi's best friends who studied architecture with him in Florence. And they used to be flatmates and have still remained bestie boos. And he met his wife when she was studying, I think she was studying psychology in Florence. She's from Crete, and they are still together. We went to their wedding when I was 6.5 months pregnant with Lulu in Crete. It was hilarious. It was like it was the best time during my pregnancy, and you know that 7 months they don't really let you get back on the plane. And so on the way back, we went for 2 weeks, and on the way back, they said to me, "Oh, how pregnant are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, 6.5 months." And they're like, "Oh, you're too pregnant." I'm like, "No, well, you let me get on the plane. You're going to have to let me get here. You're going to have to let me get back on the plane. Otherwise, I'll have to have Lulu here." And so, yep, I got back on the plane, and it was all fine. Okay, see how quick that was. I won't go through and stitch all of them on because it will be similar unless I decide to do something different. So yep, just little overcast stitches over the edge. Now it will need something to hold it down a bit in the center. I don't want it lifting or to be too delicate. Oh, as I said, I'm going to be cantering, so that'll probably be fine. Right, what's next? Put that up there. Yeah, makes it stand out. Okay, so we'll move over. I feel like I need something in this section. We'll move it over. I've got my stool here so I can check. Oh yes, we're abundantly on screen, I think. Where's that? Yeah. Let's just get this out of the way. There, this area here, I feel like it needs something. It's got something there, but I feel like I need something light and airy here. I don't know if I've got the appropriate thing. I could do something like that. Let's see what else. Not those, because they're a similar colour. I don't want to cover that tree, and I don't want to cover all of that. So no, not that one. That's too heavy. Don't mind that. Not that colour. I want to go a bit lighter. I think I like that one. I am going to just simply stitch it on the same way as the other. I think I'm going to put that one on. So I'm not going to go ahead and stitch everything on, but let's do some placements of things. I don't think that'll come off. Ow. Okay, so that's that bit. Oh, I've dropped something. I heard it. Oh, there it is. I heard a pin. Let's just see what's happening over here. I've got lacy bits already on there. Oh, my piece fell off there, but anyway. I think I might put that there, and then I can find my other bit that's fallen off. I think I know where it is. We'll put that there. Just push them right in, so as they wiggle about on my piece they don't fall off. So there's another lacy bit. Let's come back and look over here. Connect those two. No, I think I need to have something over here. I feel like I might like that. Just say I had half of this. It's hard to tell because it's not cut. Or go, because I'm just thinking I've got rows of things. I could have some. I've got a lacy bit there. Maybe over here. If I use this, I would have something, have it over here. Yeah. So we're going to use that one. So they're good. The lacy bits are good connectors too. I've used them under things to sort of fill in space but not fill it in too much. But they're also good on top, little ones, as connectors of things. Okay, that's that one. And let's just hop over here. I know there's not much happening over here at the moment. So you just work around it, your piece, or if you've got blocks, work around your blocks and slowly add bits and pieces. I've got that one there, so I don't want that one. What about that? This is why we don't stitch everything down right away. What about that one in there? Yep, that's going there. Kind of completes that area as far as adding bits. Okay. What about if we had something like that? No. Okay. let's move on up and just see if there's anywhere else for the moment. I mean, then you come back and add more as you go. I kind of like that. Yes, let's do that. I like that. That's weird. And they're all going to be stitched down in a similar way as the first one. When I come back, I'll tack all these down. Okay. Haven't used those, but I've got plenty of room up there where I might add something. Just wanted to see here. I love these. I'd love to have a space for these. Ooh, I quite like that. No, is that too much going on there? My mum's probably telling me it's too much going on over there. Let's just pin it. And then I can change it. When I come back to it, I might think, oh, no, I don't like that. So I'll just pin it for now. That might be one of my favorite bits. Okay, and then of course this prompt will have to continue on up here, but as you can see, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be added on here. I might add that there. Will I? Or there? No, I've dropped something. Oh. And tentatively I might put that there. So let's pin that, and that's a possible. I think with our next prompt, I don't know what it is, I'll have to go and have a look. May have to start focusing a little bit over here as well. I didn't realize I had I've got a huge gap over there with nothing, which is okay. Because, you know, you might have some big pieces of a certain prompt in some areas and then smaller in others to fill in. Okay, so that's going there. Quite like that there. And I might come in and pick up the pattern. Maybe I'll put it there, down here. No, there. I sort of liked it there, but you lose the pattern. Could be a case of having an extra one there. Nope. Anyway, I think I'll leave it for now. I don't like to do too much at one time because then I might, you know, like you sort of get saturated with things and then you start to not be able to envision it, and then you need to really walk away and then come back. There's so many possibilities, a little bit in there. Anyway, I'm going to leave that. We've added on quite a few bits, and so that's going to be it. I'm going to focus on stitching those on this week. We did stitch one on, and I need to start focusing on the, I've got to make another log cabin. I haven't done that yet. So yes, I need to have room for that somewhere. I was going to do a little one. I was thinking maybe in there somewhere. So yeah, anyway, have fun with the prompt, adding little lacy bits. Well, that's my interpretation. If you've added no lace, then you can do even big bits as well. But I'm doing little pieces because I've got a lot. Well, that's a big piece, but they're little connecting sort of pieces. So have a great week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.